What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Hello and welcome to another live stream here with FlightSim. Hope you guys are doing well. If anybody is in here, welcome to the live stream. I can't really tell if anyone's in the chat at the moment, unfortunately. I can't really tell, but yeah, welcome to the welcome to the live stream, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, so today I will be flying the 727 by FlightSim Studio, as you can see. I'm going to be flying the FlightSim Studio 727 Freighter variant, and I'm going to be taking it out of Leipzig-Halle Airport. Leipzig-Halle? I don't know. I think it's Leipzig-Halle Airport in Germany, all the way to Warsaw in Poland. Warsaw Chopin Airport. So yeah, that is our flight for today. This is the first time I'm featuring the 727 on the channel. This is a special live stream. First time flying the 727. It is a 700 sub special live stream on the channel here as well. So welcome everybody. If there's anyone in the chat, it is time to say hello. I don't see anybody, to be honest with you. I gotta even check if this is public. So let me find out if it is. Let me find out if it is. Content. Let me find out. Yeah, it is public. It is public. Everything is good. All right, great. Okay, that all said, I'm just gonna go get started today. So let's get started with the procedures here to get ourselves out of here as quickly as possible. There's going to be some issues with GSX today, but we're going to ignore that. Brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. Heading into the cockpit here. Let's come up. You know what, as a matter of fact, let me open up the clipboard here. Let's connect the ground power. Everything else here is looking good. Options here, looking good. Okay, here it says GSX disabled for some reason. I'm going to say GSX enabled here for now. It's good. Let's get our sim brief plan in. EDDP, EPWA right here, all done, right? So I'm going to go ahead and request our refueling, and I'll do that via GSX right now. Okay. DHL or Airways White. Let's do that. Let it come along. And while that's happening, let's go ahead and power up our aircraft. We're going to come up here to the engineers panel. There we go. External power on. Change this to external power. Good. Need some lights, don't we? We need lights. We're just going to turn this on for the time being. It's going to give us enough in the way of lights here. There we go. That's enough for now. We'll work with the rest of the lights in a second here. Okay, so all the bleeds are open. These are off. That's open. That's fine. And we've got our cruising altitude for today, which I don't know what it is. Let me check the SimBrief dispatch. Cruising altitude for today, 31,000 feet. So let's go down there. For 31,000 feet, we need to have 4.1 as our cabin altitude. So let's have 4.1 set. Gonna take a while here. Come on. Let's do 4.1. There we go, 4.1 set. For landing altitude, we need to go see what the elevation at Leipzig-Halle is. No, sorry. At Warsaw is, and that is 342 feet at Warsaw. So 342. That'll do. Okay, brilliant. So that's done. Okie dokie. Let's go outside for a second. Fuel truck is here and ready to refuel. So let's go down here and request that refueling to begin. There we go. We've got our refueling underway here. Brilliant. Ça c'est brilliant. I don't know. Okay, let's come up here. Let's put our auto brakes to RTO, windshields parked, these signs on, window heats, and all of that stuff on here. Ignore that glaring light there. My bad. We'll leave those on. They haven't turned on though. I wonder why. Let's come up here. I think we need to turn on the APU for that. There we go. Okay, we need to turn on the APU for that, and we will do that in just a second. Let's put that down here. Left side panel. Let's put these up. Overhead panel bright. Red up, wide up. These two lights right here. Forward side panel and whatever. Map lights up just a little bit. Compass up. Dome red a little bit, and we can turn that off and we can see the effect there. That's good. But we'll leave these on for the time being. Let's come down here. Let's get, see that? We don't need this anymore. Let's get our circuit breaker panel background and all of this stuff. Okay, we'll get those up and running like this. Excellent. Fuel dump. All the valves are closed and it's fine. It's good. I'm not performing any of the tests. I know that all the tests in here are modeled and stuff, but I'm not going to perform any of those tests right here. We're just going to function the way we're going to function, okay? All right, brilliant. Now, while that's going on, okay, great. Let's reset that. What does it say? 4 minutes and whatever. Let that happen the way it's supposed to. I'm going to ask this to load up after this is finished. We'll see how that goes. It doesn't have very good functionality with GSX, I'm afraid. It was just fine, and then all of a sudden they changed something in here and it's been messed up since. So yeah, let's see. What else? Navigation lights on, that's all fine. Everything else is fine. Let's go towards our APU and get it started. Okay, start our APU up. You can hear it spooling. There we go. APU up and running. Is it available? Yes, it is. Let's go and close the APU thing there, and let's change this all the way right there. Let's turn on galley power 1. Let's put this to APU. And we are looking good. We can turn on the packs if we want to. Or why not? We'll leave them on for now. And we can turn on one of these hydraulic system pumps there. I believe that's a pump. Yeah, it is a pump. Good. There we go. We're looking good and fine. We're looking good and fine. Okay. So it's just a matter of waiting for the refueling to finish. And let's go ahead and set up our flight plan on this in the meantime. How about that? So let's get this fired up. Let's put this on altitude right there. Not on TA, on altitude. Good. Set local pressure. Done. Waiting for this thing to finish up. And then we'll put in our flight plan into this particular system today. I like using this one for now. It's the one I'm most familiar with. I am the INS. I do know how to operate it. Unfortunately, I don't have any practice on it, if I'm being honest. E. There we go. Enter. Select. Enter. Let's go set our departure and all that stuff. This might look a little strange to people who have never seen this, but that's okay. It's not that complicated. Don't worry about it. Departure runway today is going to be 08 left. Enter that. The SID is Penne 1Q. We're going to enter that. Transition today is Penem. Where is it? You know what? Let's just select that like this. There we go. That's done. Now let's look at our arrival. Arrival. Runway. Our runway here is 11. Enter that. Our star is BIMP 6N. No, sorry. Runway, not 15. My bad. Runway 11. We got BIMP 6N, but I have BIMP 7N, which is what I'll go with. There we go. Waypoints of all the stars there. That's all fine. We're good with that. Gonna select that, enter. Approach. For approach, again, it's runway 11 that we're talking about. We're going to use ILS Z. And we're going to select that and enter. There we go. That finishes our flight plan just like that. And that's pretty much it there is for this. Okay, so if you're wondering about performance data, before we do that, we need to... Oh, refueling is finished. Let's go ahead and get this done. Request boarding. Okay. There we go. Our doors are opening. Brilliant. Let's get that done. That is looking good, ladies and gentlemen, looking good. Okay, good. Once that boarding is finished, we are ready to get on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. So let me go to GSX. Refueling bill completed, boarding requested, and then once boarding is starting, we'll say prepare for pushback, and there you go. ICAO is EDDP. Runway for takeoff today is 08 left. Wait. I can just get all this. Can I get this from the flight plan? Oh, you know what? 08 left. Flaps 15 takeoff today. Yes. Let's get that done. That is correct. Set the EPR and the trim, and we'll set those speeds as well, and that will show up right here. Okay. That'll show up right here. So yeah, I'll redo this one more time once we've finished loading, just in case that there's a difference between the two. I will make sure that I redo this. But yeah, apart from that, this is the time when we're doing all the tests and the bells and the whistles and the stuff like this. For instance, you know, fire tests and, you know, whatever, all that good stuff. I'm not bothering with any of that today. Number 7. We're on oil cooler normal. I need to remember to change some things here to flight mode, particularly the pressurization. This is something I've been having trouble with. I'm not used to manually handling the pressurization. That's been giving me a bit of issue. I need to change this to flight mode. I don't remember exactly at what altitude, but I'm gonna do it right before takeoff. I mean, what else can I do, right? So we got that. There we go. Let's have a look outside. Boarding process is in progress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to GSX and request prepare for pushback and departure, and that's going to tell us that we're waiting for boarding, and once boarding is completed, we'll see everything being closed up and automatically put away there, which is fantastic, right? Which is fantastic. So let's see how that goes. I used to have no issues with GSX on this aircraft, and then something happened, something updated, something changed, and GSX doesn't work as well. But yeah, for now we're okay. Let this boarding process continue here. And I can see there is literally nobody in the chats today. Literally nobody in the chats. Okay. I don't know if it's because my chat is closed or if no one's in here. I don't know. I can't tell. Alright, let's just enjoy the views for a second here, because there's literally nothing else to do, to be honest. It's not that complicated to fly this aircraft, especially if you're flying it like a flight simmer and not like a pilot. However, if you decide to do everything that a pilot does, then oh, good luck. This aircraft has plenty for you to do, because there's a lot of bells and whistles that you need to check up on. And look at that scenery right there. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day it is at Leipzig in Germany. We are flying live weather, but it's not live time. It is evening time at the moment. However, I have decided to fly this early morning. So that is what is happening at the moment. Okay. You know what we can do? We can come down here. And we can go to our options here. We can just fast forward this. Oh, it doesn't let me fast forward it because, you know. Oh, not this. This. We can just press that. I don't know what I've just done. What have I just done? 45,000 pounds cargo, 430. Yeah, okay. It is accurate actually. There we go. We can cargo loading in process. Let me see if that's still happening. Oh yeah. So although it's done technically, the animations will still go on. So that's something to remember. That's a shame. It's still going to say that, but oh my god, did we just restart our loading? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Not gonna worry about it. Let me try our takeoff performance one more time. Yeah, it's changed. See that? It's changed. That's good. Yeah, I think that's good enough. We're pretty much ready for takeoff here. Everything is the way it's supposed to be, and yeah, we're good to go. Altitude select, we'll go up to 10,000 feet first as usual. From there, we'll head on out to 31,000 feet, which is our cruising altitude. So yeah, it's time to get our pushback going, and we need to do that ASAP. The only way to do that, unfortunately, because GSX is still doing its thing, is to restart Quetzal. So literally, it's just to reset all of this. Okay, like so. There we go. So we'll wait for GSX menu to reload there. Okay, so it's all done. We'll disable it. It's all done. Yeah, fuel is correct. We have the right amount of fuel. I'm just confirming that one more time. 2345. Takeoff weight at 160. Zero fuel weight 138. Gross weight at 162 point. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Perfect. Perfection. Let's close up all the doors now. Let's close, close, close. Remove, remove. Are we on? We don't need ground power anymore, do we? No, we don't. So let's go ahead and remove that as well. And then let's go to GSX. We'll prepare for pushback and departure. There we go. Hello. So you see, it's not very seamless with GSX at the moment, but we're okay. We are okay. Good. Ready to get our engine started pretty much. And to do that, got some stuff to do with the engineer's panel. I also need to turn on our radios right here, the master switches. So I don't know what the hell that was. But okay. Pretty good though. Is it connect? Yeah, it's coming to connect up. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna go with our nose to the left today, and I think we're ready to release that parking brake, aren't we? There we go, release parking brake. Let's see if they push us back. Yes, they do. Let's go to this panel right here. I like to turn these on. Okay, I like to turn these on. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but I like to turn them on. And let's turn off our packs here. So we've got air for starting up our engines. And there we go. We're ready to start. Ground. There we go. We've got our RPM rising there. Good. About 10%. Let's flick open the cutoff lever right there. We'll be able to tell when the engine is ready when the start valve cuts off, the light cuts off. It's also time for us to put back our parking brake. Let's do that. There we go. Engine number 3 has successfully started up. Let's do the same here with engine number 2. There we go. It's rising. And 1. RPM here, N2 is also rising very well. There we go. Let's flick that open. There we go. Pushback tug is detaching, ladies and gentlemen, which is brilliant. Waiting for this light to cut out. There we go. Let's start engine number 1. N2 rising, N1 rising. Around 10-15% right here. We can flick it open. There's a lady. She's not gonna wave to us, or has she already waved and we missed it? That's a walk she usually does before waving, not after. I don't know. Well, it seems she's not going to wave, or we have already missed it. There we go. Let's put all 3 of that up there. Let's put that right there. Let's put that right there. Let's turn on that galley power right there. Let's turn these 2 back on. We can turn these. We'll leave these on as well. And then we'll turn that on. Well, that's on. That's fine. That's fine the way it is. Yes, it is. Everything here is good. APU can come off because we don't need it anymore. There we go. APU is turned off successfully. Crew oxygen system. Passenger oxygen system. We don't need it on, do we? Okay, let's go up here. That is done. And what else? That's done. That's done. Everything here is looking well. That's it. Let's put our taxi light on. Oh, we forgot our beacon lights. Ooh, I always do that, don't I? Logo light, wing light, I'll turn those on. Those can go off because we don't need those anymore. There we go. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. Yeah, we're good. That looks great. Okay. So let's uncage this little guy here. Need to put our flaps down too. Flaps down to position number 15. Let's try that. Position number 15 is correct. Let's put that away now. We don't really need it. Flight director, I like to have it on V and L. So yeah, we'll put that on. Trim has already been set for us because we asked it to set the trim. We're good. Okie dokie. We don't have any weather systems or anything to worry about. We do have TCAS to worry about. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to taxi from here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves out of here to our runway of 08 left. Okay, so let's do that. Release parking brake. A bit of power. There we go. Opened up the throttles there. We are looking good. We are looking good. Yep, there we go. I think it's cool. I think it is very, very cool. Everything is looking good. Just before takeoff, we need to go to the engineers panel and do some stuff. Set some settings to flight, particularly the pressurization and all that stuff. We need to set it to flight mode. And I'll do that right before takeoff. Flight mode here, flight mode here. And after that, I shouldn't have problems. Hopefully, we'll find out. We shall find out. Okay, it's a fairly long taxi today. Crossing runway. It's a lovely aircraft, to be honest with you. I will be obviously making a tutorial on this very, very soon. Oh, we need to slow down. There we go. This is a long taxi, come on. Beautiful here in Leipzig. Leipzig. It's very beautiful. Lovely handcrafted airport. We are cruising along, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, coming up on that turn right there, we need to turn right. Last stretch to the runway. Look at that, we have to cross a couple of bridges here. Okay. The runway. All right, we're coming up on our runway right here. A couple of things to do before we can get on there, so we're going to hold short here of the runway. Runway 08 left, right here. There we go. Now hold short. Okay, let's do this up here. Let's go up here. We'll put the anti-skid on. Everything else is looking ready for takeoff over here. Obviously, we need the landing lights. Takeoff light can come off, that can come on, that can go on. Technically, you're not supposed to do that yet, but that's okay. Let's go over here. Let's put this to flight mode. There we go. We're gonna put it to flight. Why does it go down? Why does it go down? I don't know. And then we're gonna put it to flight here. We have everything exactly the way we are supposed to have it, I believe. Okay, let's head on out of here. Released parking brake. There we go. We are going out. Initial climb out to 10,000 feet followed by 31,000 feet. Roger that. Let's use maximum runway here today, so I'm gonna go in like this. I'm gonna go in like this. We can actually go for takeoff from here, can't we? Yes, we can, and that's what I shall do then. Alright, just go for takeoff. DPR set. knots. 80 knots, copy.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. There we go.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Gonna follow the flight director here for a second. A little early for the flap retraction there, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, looking good. So let's engage the autopilot here. Let's put this on nav. Oh, let's put this on GPS. And let's leave this on vertical speed though. That's good enough. Hold on. It's not giving me what I want. It's not actually turning correctly. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's because that's interesting. It's not actually following the flight. Wait, what is happening right now? Why are the yokes inverted in their animation? What? What? That is such a silly issue to have right now. Oh, this is crazy. We have an issue here. We have an issue for sure. Yeah, we have an issue. Nav lock, altitude select. No, we need to bring this thing down. What on earth is going on? Good lord. Yeah, we're stalling a little bit there. That's okay. Interesting. I don't know what's going on now. I literally have no idea what's going on. I'm so sorry about this. But I have selected nav mode here. Let me go up here with the speed and try auto throttle. Why is the GPS mode not working? No, that is not what I want. That on standby right there. Okay, that should work now. That should work now. Is it working though? I think so. I think it's working, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. I have no idea what went wrong there. New aircraft, but I think it's working though. I made a couple of mistakes there. Engaging the autopilot with this that early is not a good idea. But yeah, we've got everything working now. Got everything working as it should, I believe. Yeah. GPS is good. Nav is good. Yeah, it's doing its job correctly to DP 550. The 323, that is correct. Yeah, that is good. We are doing well. Brilliant. Let's head up to 10,000 feet there, near disasters, but it's okay. Our cabin pressure is looking good. Finally, it's looking well, and I am happy about that. Let me go up here. We forgot about these two. Sorry about that. But yeah, we are looking good. Excellent. That is off. We can turn that off. It's brilliant. Coming up on, we are a little slow on the climb here. We can go up. Let's go a little higher on the climb. Let's increase our speed here to 250 knots. We can say, let's just climb quickly in IAS hold mode. Okay, everything is brilliant. Oh, finally. There we go. So yeah, I didn't transfer the autopilot over well. The transfer between manual control and autopilot was not good. But apart from that, everything is good. Brilliant. So from next time, I'll continue manually hand flying it. Oh, we're at our altitude. Let's go up now to 31,000 feet. We will push this up and we'll arm our altitude now. And let's go up to IAS mode here. Let's increase our speed up here as well. Okay, now on to Penem. Okay, that's looking alright at the moment. Okay, that is looking good. If you guys want to see how I'm checking this, I need to show you guys a little nav map right there. Check that out. That is how I'm checking what the aircraft is doing. Since I'm still fairly new to this system here, I want to just double check the aircraft is doing the right thing. Is it 078? That's Rudak. That's the next one. 2 Rudak. Yeah, it is doing the right thing, isn't it? To Rudak, about 28 something nautical miles. That's correct. And we are, yeah. The aircraft is acting in a predictable manner. Excellent. Great. Look at that view right there. Ladies and gentlemen, how beautiful is that? Isn't that wonderful? I look forward to flying this aircraft a lot more in all honesty. Let's turn off the signs. We don't need them anymore, but that's beautiful. Let's take a look from the cinematic point of view. Just brilliant. Wow. We are climbing steeply here to 31,000 feet. Not entirely sure if it's possible for the engines to hold that speed. It's not actually, although we're on IAS hold mode, that's not entirely possible. As we climb out to 31,000 feet, I think we're okay. We're okay though. Yeah, we're okay. Let's put our landing gear to the off position here. Yeah, we're doing okay though. Let's change to daytime, shall we? Okie dokie. That all looks good. We don't need the white and... No, sorry. We don't need these though. Down here everything is looking fantastic. Our cabin pressures are looking good. It is climbing as it should. Yes, as it should. We are at around, what's our altitude at the moment? About 20,000 feet. About 20,000 feet. It should be literally zero. 500 at about 21 something, and that's where we're going. This is doing its job really well. Our packs are looking good. Turn this to automatic here. All the galley powers are in. Okay. Yeah, everything here is looking just fine for me. Good. Oh, we can actually close. Let's check this place out. What is this? You can open that? I did not know. What's here? A lavatory. Oh, lavatory, look at that. We can we flush it? Yes, we can. It's very nice. I've never noticed this. There's a jump seat here. Although this jump seat is a little scary to be in, to be honest. Let's close that up. There's a bunch of stuff here, vendor, all that. Can we go through here? Yes. There's our cargo. Would you look at that? Can we look through the porthole without going through it? No. Interesting. Okay. Just a lot of these, huh? Alright. Anyway. We are still continuing our climb. Everything is looking good. It's on GPS and the nav mode seems to be working the way it's supposed to, I hope. It's on standby here though. The nav or localizer. It's all looking good. Moving on to our next waypoint, which is to Olbik at 17 nautical miles to go. Looks pretty cool. All right. Once we reach cruising altitude, we're gonna take a look at some lovely little views. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. Let us go ahead. Do that now. Looking good on our way up. Mr. Anas, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? Today my chat has been empty today. I haven't had to check whether it was private or public or something, but thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. Welcome to the live stream. (727) on its way. Coming up on 28,000 feet. Honestly, I'm in love with this aircraft. To be fair with you, I just need to learn how to fly it properly here and there. You know, a transfer of autopilot in particular. But I'm in love with this aircraft. It's so fun. It is so much fun. Check that out. as we fly into sunrise. Okay, got about 1,000 feet to go. That call out should have already happened, as a matter of fact. There's a lovely call out. Very useful and lovely call out. So that's pretty cool. Altitude. We are holding it. Brilliant. Oh, nav, what happens? Okay. Good. Good. Is everything looking good here? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cabin altitude. Cabin altitude is looking good as well. It is climbing very... Why is it decompressing though? So this is the part that doesn't make sense to me. This is supposed to be on normal. What about this? Yeah, I don't understand exactly how this thing works, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Still only about a 900 something feet. I don't understand. I don't get how this works, but as long as the horn is not ringing, I'm not really complaining. Okay, we're on our way, ladies and gentlemen, to our destination at Warsaw. There you go. Next is Luros. Yeah. The code is hello there. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing, man? Welcome. Okay, let's enjoy some views, shall we? Because we are now pretty much stuck in the cruise part of things. It's not too far away. We're going to use a little bit of fast forward as well in a bit just to get us going. But for now, let's just enjoy a little bit of the view there. Check that out. Yeah, the 727. A classic airliner, if you would like to call it that. Honestly, it's beautiful. I love this aircraft. Once I learn it a bit more, get used to it a bit more, I'm gonna be flying this more often. I love this thing. Took me a while to get started with it because, you know, To be honest with you, I couldn't find a tutorial that was my style, so I'm gonna make one. For anybody out there that wants to follow my tutorial, I'm gonna make one. This view isn't that great, but yeah. Definitely going to make a tutorial for this aircraft. That's my little style there. Flight Simmer's Guide. Were the Boeing models based on something? Because the numbering doesn't seem to be in order. To be honest with you, I have no idea what the Boeing model numbering is based on. All I know is it went 707, 717, 727, 737, etc., etc. That's how they numbered it. Why they numbered it that way, I have no idea. But it started off with 707. That's the first jet airliner that Boeing made. Then you've got your 717, 727, 3747, 57, 67, 77, 87. That's literally the order in which they were released, pretty much. What exactly the rule behind that is, I have no idea. As a matter of fact, let me look that up for you before we go into our fast forward. You know what? I'll do the fast forward right now because it's not a long fast forward session. And let's do that. It's not a long. 737 came before the 757. Yes, it did. The 737 is a very, very old aircraft. The first 737 is ancient. It came out in the 60s or something. Late 60s or something, if I'm not mistaken. Late 60s or late 70s. When did it come out? But it's an old model. It's not new. It's just been very successful and they've been keeping it going pretty much all this time. So it turns out that it's just a reference to the fact that it's a jet aircraft. That's why it starts with 7. It starts with 7 as a reference to the fact that it's a jet aircraft. It's just their own made-up rule that they follow for naming aircrafts. There's nothing more to it. So in the middle, it's just literally the order in which it came out, and the last, they just decided to put it 7 because it sounds good. Literally. So you've got 707, 717. The first 7 is because to denote that it's a jet aircraft. It's just the system that they decided to go with. The 717 is an interesting aircraft because it's not very well known at all. And if you look it up, it looks very similar to the 727. I think it was based on the MD-80 maybe. Looks just like that. Wasn't a very successful aircraft. Neither was the 727 per se. It wasn't a particularly successful aircraft. This was because there were tri-jets in an era of aircraft with two engines, and that's why they failed. They didn't really fail per se, but they were never that successful because of that. It's lovely, isn't it? We're just zooming past the cruise part of this, so we can go to top of descent. Those engines are annoying though, aren't they? It's a very high-pitched sound. It's classical, I like it, but it's a bit, interesting, to say the least. Check us out. Check us out. Alrighty. We're coming up on our top of descent here. Very, very close to our top of descent, as a matter of fact. So let's just go into one. There we go. Let's head back into our cockpit here as well. Okay, since top of descent is coming up, let's take a look. We're supposed to be at around 3,000 feet. We need little nav map for this. Let me pop that open. There we go. So, little nav map. If we take a look at our arrival procedure here, it says below 17,000 feet here, right? So we need to descend to at least 17,000 feet. So let's begin that descent already while we figure out what altitude to go down to. So let's go down to 91. 17,000 feet. Thank you very much. Let's arm that altitude. Go to IAS hold. So we begin what? So we begin descending there. There we go. Okay, so we are holding that altitude and we're on our way down. What on earth is going on right now? Can you please descend? I did say IAS hold, didn't I? It's tuning down the engines, but it's taking its sweet time. What is it doing? Never mind, I'm gonna force VS. We're going to force VS here. Let's just dip our nose straight down. There we go. Much better. Let's bring that speed down to 250. There we go. Let's head down. Go down a little steeper than that. We're not going to be below 17,000 here if we're not careful. So let's go down just like that. There we go. Good. Very good. Yeah, we're very slow on our descent here. We're not going to make it at this rate. We need to descend at least 2k to make that, but it doesn't look like we are. Yeah, we are too late to our top of descent, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. Below 280 we can do that, but we cannot do the 17,000 stuff. That is not gonna happen. Unless we go 2.5 with our descent rate, then we have a chance. Even close to 3. Why not close to 3? I can try close to 3 right here. Yeah, then we should be okay right there. That we should be okay with. There's a chance now. There we go. There's a chance now we're gonna make it. Good. Let's get that passenger signs on in case there's someone sitting at the jump seat, because we are descending like crazy today. I'll leave that on. Auto brake here will come to minimum as we come in to land. Good. Everything is looking fantastic. Let's put little nav map away for the time being. We'll see whether we catch 17,000 at Bimpa. Yeah, we're not gonna do that, but it's okay. 3,000 feet. A minute. Still not enough. It might just be enough. Let's find out. Let's find out. Down we go, everybody. It's a beautiful aircraft, this thing. It's very fun. I think it's really fun to fly this at night. I like the old-fashioned archaic look. Everything works in it pretty much, but except for a few things here and there, like GSX integration isn't the best. All of a sudden doesn't work well. This aircraft is the same size as the 737. The 707, the 727 and the 737 all have the same fuselage. They all have the same cockpit shape. They all have the same basic layout. They have very similar sizes. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the same size, but they're similar. But I believe the 727 is longer than a lot of them. I'm not entirely sure. The earlier 737 models, the classic series, they have wings similar to the 727 as well. So yeah, let's get some facts in the chat. Let me go check that up for you guys. So the 727 is generally longer, and it has a larger, more swept back wings than the early 737s. And 737 tended to be narrower than the 727. But Boeing used pretty much that same shape for all these three aircrafts. But to be honest though, they are quite similar in size. They are very similar in size. Yeah. See what's happening here. Our speed is getting a little out of control here. But our altitude, we are making that altitude actually. There we go. We're gonna make 17,000.
1,000 to go.
There we go. We're making 17,000 easy now. Just need to bleed off the speed once we are there. Let's see how the aircraft flattens out. Let's see how the autopilot takes care of flattening this out. There we go. It's flattening it out really well. And the speed is dropping as well. Below 250. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was easy. This aircraft is very good at performing. So if we take a look at the little nav map, we've still got 20 nautical miles left to Bimpa, and we are very well within the constraints. This aircraft has good performance, at least when it comes to descending. Next, we need to be below 250 knots at Kulu. We can be at 10,000 feet there, right? Once we cross this, we'll go down towards 10,000 feet. Actually, when we get closer to this, we'll go down towards 10,000 feet. And as a matter of fact, I can tune this in right now. 10,000 feet, please. And we'll put the speed is already at 250, so it's fine. Okay, so when we get a little closer to Bimpa, maybe 5 nautical miles away, we'll go down towards our 10,000 feet mark. And we'll continue on our approach procedure here once we reach Kulu, or Kulu, whatever you want to call it. We also have to tune in our ILS here, 109.90. Let's see if that's tuned in already into our systems here. 109.90 is already tuned in. So 109.90 is the ILS we're going to use to land today into runway 11 into Warsaw. Brilliant. Okay, so let's just wait. Let's just wait till we are 5 nautical miles away from Bimpa. Great. There we go. That's literally all we have to do. In the meantime, let's take a look. There we go. We're slower now. As you can tell by the flyby mode coming down a little bit. We're at 250 knots. Still traveling in excess of 500 kilometers per hour at least. Ground speed of 342 knots. Distance of just 55 nautical miles left. 54 now. There we go. Okay, let's head back in here. 8 nautical miles, still some time. Skipping the cruise portion of the flight is honestly a good thing to do when it comes to flight simming and streaming. In the future, in the near future, I will be streaming much longer, so we'll be doing multiple flights in a single stream. When that comes to pass, it will come in really, really handy. So for now, it's helping me keep my streams under 2 hours, but soon when I do multiple legs on the same stream, we're gonna have much more fun with it. We can perform more complex journeys rather than just single flights, eh? We can perform a turnaround to see how long that takes us. Okay, I believe we are close now. Yep. Very close as a matter of fact, so let's begin our descent here. Altitude, and let's descend straight down. To 10,000 feet. Let's descend a little quicker, because why not? Yeah, let's do that. I think that's enough though. Okay. Anna says, yes, please. I will get to that. I will make sure I get to that, sir. I will make sure I get to that. LCC turnaround. All our turnarounds are going to be LCC turnarounds. I'm gonna be quick with my turnaround. You know, I don't like spending time on the ground. Only 2 portions of the flight I like, and rightfully, are takeoff and landing. That is what flying is all about, isn't it? Unless we're flying manually with a G aircraft or like a jet aircraft or something like that, then, you know, if we're hand flying, then it's fun, the actual flying. Otherwise, it's just, you know, monitoring, which is why I would not want to be a pilot anyway. So humans are not good at monitoring. That is a fact. We need constant stimulus to remain active and attentive. We're not good at monitoring stuff. That's not our forte. Yeah, we got plenty of time to descend though. We're going really slowly. It's going to be just fine. 14,000 feet, 13 nautical miles. I think we're okay. Maybe just give it a bit more oomph with the vertical. There you go. We'll increase that vertical right there to about 175. Or 175, somewhere there. Get a bit more oomph there so we can make sure we reach 10,000 feet. And we're going to be below 250 knots anyway, so it's good. Oh, would you look at that? We are in the clouds, ladies and gentlemen. We're in them clouds. Look at that. It does, doesn't it? The ancient cockpit does look good. Doesn't it look good? It looks great. Let's have a look at that cockpit again. Look at that. It does look pretty cool. (13,000 feet) and descending through 13,000 feet. So I should say descending through to 12. Yeah. Descending through 13,000 feet down to 12. Coming up on Kulu very, very quickly here. Will we make it? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be below 10,000 feet. No, I think we will be. There is no real restriction there, to be honest. Our next real restriction is below 8,000 feet at Pat 4. Let me show you guys that on little nav map. So we got Pat 4 here and it's below 8,000 feet, which we can easily make. Not a problem. Right? Coming up on 11,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. 1 nautical mile to go as well. And there we go. We've just about made it. Below 250? Yeah, technically we are. Okay. There we go, 10,000 feet, and we are on our way to the next waypoint. Let's go down to 8,000 feet now. And let's cut down on that speed a little bit. Right here. Let's put that speed right here. And we will say, arm that altitude, thank you very much. Descend for me, s'il vous plaît. And let's go straight down towards 8,000 feet. There we go. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen, looking good. Everything here is looking good, apart from the cabin altitude, which always looks like garbage. I don't know why the cabin altitude is always like that, but it is what it is, eh? And nothing nobody can do about it, I guess. But at least we didn't get the altitude horn once, which is an achievement, which is great. That's one problem I did have this with this aircraft when I was testing it out. But yeah, this is only my second ever flight ever.
1,000 to go.
So let's see how this goes. 8,000 feet already, very, very quickly. Continuing on, we need to be below 220 knots. So let me show you guys this in real time so you can see the navigation happening. So here we are at Pat 4, 8,000 feet. That's already been reached. And now we're supposed to be below 220 knots at Lusa, which we are preparing for. We're below 250, or we're keeping it at 250 since we're below 10,000 feet. And we forgot something here. Let's turn these on. Da, 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 da. There we go. That's done. Oh, would you look at that? Breaking through the clouds more and more now. Okay, so yeah, once we reach here, maybe about Ukov, we have to reduce our speed down to 220 or so. Let's go to our landing performance. Let's see if we have that available to us. EPWA, where are we landing? ICAO is this? Flaps 30 landing, yes please. We'll set the EPR, we'll set the new speeds because we're about to land, right? So we'll set those in there and we'll put this out. There we go. That's good enough for me. What about you? Beautiful. Look at the way how that, look at that glow through the cloud right there. Gorgeous. Okay. So yeah, we're looking good. We passed Pad 4 right now. Just past Pad 4. Technically, it says below 8,000. You can be at 8,000. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. You can get past that. There we go. Heading into some more clouds here. Okay, what else is going on here? What else is going on here? Our next descent point is 5,000 feet. It's too early to put that in, but we need to put in our speed soon. So once again, if I bring up little nav map, yeah, now it's time for us to slow down to 220 knots, which will come right there. That should be 220 knots. Let's slow it down a little bit. And from there, we need to go down towards 5,000 feet here at Agesi. So we're okay. There's our 220 coming up. Barely, but we're just holding it just. We want to fly on the edge here because I want to land as quickly as possible. So let's fly on the edge here, and we've begun that turn onto Remdi, and let's just get our altitude going here. 5,000 feet. Arm that, please. Vertical down, please. Thank you very much. We need to drop 3,000 feet now. That is no easy task. Let's go down to about a minute. We need literally 3K. We literally need 3K if we are to make it below 5,000 feet. It's not gonna happen otherwise. I forgot that this aircraft doesn't follow the flight plan very tightly. It literally makes a very long loopy turn. So there's no way we're gonna be below 5,000 here. So below about 3,500. I think we should go down to 4,000 feet already. Let's just do that right away, and let's bring it down quickly. We're at 6. This is too much. Our airspeed is too high too. We can use the speed brakes to help us. Let's try. That'll help slow us down. Speed brakes don't do much in this aircraft for some reason, so we've missed our altitude constraint, everybody. That is what happens if you fly on the edge. You should just be below the edge, to be honest. Let's actually go down towards 3,000. Yeah, let's just leave it at 3,000. Let me arm this. Go straight down, please. Go straight down. Okay, at least we've hit 5,000 feet. We've hit 5,000 feet. Let me see if I can hold altitude for a second. Just flatten out our climb for a second here. There we go. We are good. We'll be able to slow down. Oh, we did make the constraint though. Yeah, we didn't make the constraint here, but we made the constraint here. Below 220, below 5,000, it's going to be okay. Let's just pass this before we continue with our descent down to 3,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
Yep, 1,000 to 3,000. Passing a waypoint Agesi in a nautical mile. Half a nautical mile. Past the waypoint. Let's continue our descent. There we go. We should be just fine now. From here on out, we're just fine. Our speed brakes are extended. Do not forget that. Yeah. There we go. Looking good. Let's slow down now, all the way down to around here. It's time for us to slow down, seriously. Coming up on 3,000 feet. That is engaged and we are looking good. Brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. I think we need to put our runway turn-off lights on. Wait, aren't the landing lights on? Wait, I thought I just turned them on. Oh my god, I didn't turn them on. My bad. My bad. Well, it is what it is, eh? Auto brake is already set. We are good. Yeah, let's slow this thing down because we really need to slow. We need to slow it down to here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put this thing back, the speed brake. Let's put our flaps down. Are we too fast? Yeah, we're too fast. We are too fast. Okay, let's slow it down further. It's time for us to turn to our localizer and see if that's working, right? So we'll get that going in just a second. Let's put our flaps down now. There we go, much better. What? Why are you making a... Why are you doing that? That's interesting. I've just commanded flaps 2 and it's making this much noise for that? That's weird. Let's see if this will shut it up. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, let's go to VOR lock and let's switch this to nav mode. I don't know why it's making that noise. Is it because our landing gear isn't down? Probably because radio altimeter shows 2500. This is the gear warning. What is going on? Oh, it's a speed brake that was out. My bad. I don't need to be this slow. It was just a speed brake that hadn't fully retracted. So my control doesn't fully retract the speed brake. That's all that was going on. I can put my flaps down further, man. I knew that was weird. It was just my speed brake. There you go. Okay, time for VOR lock on nav mode. Has it caught yet? Yeah, I believe it has. It has caught it. When we reach Gozit, we're gonna turn to auto glide slope as well, which is only 1 nautical mile away. So let's go to auto glide slope. Let's put our little nav map away. There we go. Let's see what it says. We have glide slope. We should catch the glide slope when we're at WA409. We should. Let's find out. I have it on glide slope mode. I have it tuned correctly and turned on. Yes, I do. There we go. Come on.
Glide slope is alive.
Glide slope alive. Let's go. Let's reduce our speed down to approach speeds here. There we go. That is where we're supposed to be at. And we're going to let the auto throttle take care of that. I am not worried about it. Flaps down to landing position, please, which is flaps 30. Which is right here, and that's happened already. Brilliant. We are ready for landing, ladies and gentlemen. All the lights, we'll leave this on as well. All the lights here done, everything here done. We are looking good and we are ready to land. Yeah, affirmations, did you say? Did you mean the confirmation, the double check? Affirmations are something entirely different. Let's see if the wipers actually do something. They do tend to do something. That's cool. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Our minimums, we're supposed to set the minimum somewhere here. Yeah, minimums are supposed to be set here. So I'll set it at 200 minimum. Just for the sake of it, we'll set a minimum here. That's fine. I think that's the minimum. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out. SkyDolly time. Let's turn on SkyDolly. SkyDolly is on. Brilliant. Coming into land, ladies and gentlemen. Radio altimeter still at 1300 feet. Does he have a 1000 feet call out? Let's find out. Still no visibility, huh? Wind at 11 knots. 1000 feet. My aircraft. Thank you very much. I'm flying the aircraft. Oh god, I forgot this. Let's put this in this mode here. And let's find out. Okay, we've got our FD here to help us. Flight director. I see nothing. Oh, I can see the puppy lights, never mind. Let's find out how accurate this thing is. Oh my god. Why are we so... This doesn't seem right.
Approaching minimums.
Okay.
Minimums.
Minimums, proceed. I have runway in sight. Yeah, that wasn't a good landing because sorry about that. That was a meh landing. Auto brake disarmed, great. Hello there, the runway is occupied, sir. Let's go flaps up all the way. And we're gonna take a turn here and go into our cargo area. Okay. There we go. This can come back down here. And welcome. That was not good. That was not good of a landing, unfortunately. I'm not well, I won't make excuses, but still getting used to it. So to be honest with you, this is a fairly very easy aircraft to land. It's very easy to nail the landing with this aircraft. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was entirely my screw up. It could have been a perfect landing. There was nothing going on, no wind. The aircraft is easy to control. That was entirely my screw up. But yeah, we shall get better. We shall get better as I fly this aircraft more and more for sure. I think the rudder input did not work with this aircraft. I tried a little rudder input thing at the end and that just ended up tipping my wing really quickly. That didn't work at all. But anyway, We can go ahead and start up our APU if we want to. Let's do that. Can do that. We'll go park right next to our DHL friend there. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Warsaw, where it is raining. Pretty fun though. Very fun aircraft. I cannot deny that this aircraft is so much fun. Okay. We went off the side there. After touchdown, we went off to our right because I was looking for the reverse thrust button. I don't know why I always do that. It's so silly because sometimes I have it ready and sometimes I don't. This time it didn't work as I expected and I went looking for it. Oh, good lord. Oh. A little bit of a stutter there while changing the views, huh? Gave me a bit of a scare right there, but we're okay. We're okay. Let's go see if the landing replay worked. Is that a go around right there with the KLM? It's a go around or a crash? Which one is it? Okay, let's go park in right here. So with this aircraft, I can't control the amount of reverse thrust. I can only make it full max, full off. That's it. There's nothing else in between. At least that's the way how my controls are mapped for this particular aircraft. So it's okay. You get used to it. You get used to it. Okay, let's turn this thing around right here. Beautiful. We'll go and take a look at the landing replay. See what actually happened there. I think my rudder input is what screwed that up. But let's find out. Very sensitive rudders on this one, huh? Apparently. Okay. Move in. And let's brake. Parking brake on. Let's take a look at that. Parking right there. Ah, okay, that's not too bad. Alright, time for the landing replay. Let's see if that worked for us today, right? Yes, it has. See, this time I pressed SkyDolly after we were fully configured for landing. Flaps down, gear down, and then I pressed SkyDolly, and this time it worked. So yeah, the thing I said in the last stream might be true. Press SkyDolly after you're fully configured for landing, not before that. So let me try that again. Let's try watching that replay to see how it went. First flight with the 727 on the channel. Second flight ever with this particular aircraft. Let's find out. Alrighty, here goes. Yeah, see that rudder movement right there was unnecessary, and I flared too soon. So I flared too soon. Yeah. Flared too soon, unnecessary rudder movement, maybe too high up. And that is what happened right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what happened right there. Otherwise, it would have been a much better landing. My apologies there. Let's play. For a cargo landing, you know what I mean. Not the worst, not the best, but it's alright. It's alright. Let's take a look at that one more time from right here. I love these views, by the way. I love these landing replays. Let's give them a look. Should have cut the throttle and put it down right there. Oh, that's still pretty decent. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was good. That was better than I thought it was gonna be. Right? Okay, we don't have a lot of views available because this is a cargo aircraft after all. We could try this view, but it's gonna be this. Let's try that. We're gonna go beneath the ground because of the display. Yeah, there we go. It's not gonna work for us. Let's try... Let's just try this view, why not? Yeah, that was a firm landing, to say the least. But yeah. Welcome to Warsaw, everybody. Welcome to Warsaw. Okay. Let's go ahead and find our aircraft where we left it off. There we go. So close to being buttered. It was close, but last minute mistakes there, but that's alright. We're back in the cockpit here. Let's go ahead and shut this bad boy down. We 1, 2, 3 go up here. Got in an APU. Can trip that. There we go. Can have our that off. We can have that ground off. We have that on ground right there as well. And we can have these, well, we can have them off. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter much. We could leave them on though. It doesn't matter. We could have all these boost pumps off right here. We could turn that off as well while we're at it. There we go. We can close all three of that up just like that. And there we go. Right. Let's turn that off as well. We don't really need them, do we? If we turn around here, we can go to our Radio Shack right there and turn those off as well. And if we go up there, we can put these, those are fine. That can come off now. Emergency lights off now. Those off for sure, that off. That also off right there. That can come off. What else? What else needs to go off here? Nothing really, to be honest with you. Nothing else really needs to go off here, does it? Oh, the lights. These are off. Taxi lights can come off. Strobe lights can come off. That can come off. That can come off. That can come off. Good. If we come up here, flaps are set. That is set. Everything is looking good. Radio sets are all off now, so it doesn't matter. This can come completely to off position there as well. In fact, we can request... How we'll do this is we can actually request external power. Where is it? Where is it? External power connect. And we can actually request deboarding from GSX. Okay, waiting on GSX there. While we're doing that, we can go up here. We can switch this on. We can turn this to external power. Put that there. Put it on external power as well. Come down here. Turn this off completely. And up here, nothing. Okay, our GSX is not going to function right now. We'll restart that. Okay, I think if we come down to the aircraft, we can set. I love how you can request this stuff from a checklist. Yeah, I know, right? Imagine that. Imagine that. That is connected now completely. If GSX would love to come and deboard, that now would be a good time. Let's try that again. Loading GSX menu. Still saying that. Hello there. Hello there, Thyra. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. We are just about winding it up here today. GSX is not working. It's not on our side today, so I'm not going to wait for it. It's, you know, it's pointless there. So let's head back in here. Turn this guy off as well. Let's just put this on standby and yeah. Battery, let's put it off. There you go. Everything goes off now. Packs can also come off. And our APU bleeds and whatever, these can remain open. So there you go. Open up that cockpit door and we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we are out of here. Okay. We are out of here. We need to deboard though. GSX. Oh, I need to set parking. I have set the parking brake. There you go. You know why it wasn't working? It's because for some reason in the replay the parking brake didn't come back on. How stupid is that? Anyway, request deboarding please. Thank you very much. Whoever that you want to use. And our GSX deboarding has begun. Alright, there was our first ever flight with a 727. We saw the noobness in that flight because we're not used to flying it, but apart from that, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Everybody who tuned in. Anas, the Codays, and Thyra, thank you so much for tuning in to today's flight. Much appreciated. You guys are here always and means a lot. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in. I am considering doing one more stream in about... No, I can't do that right now, unfortunately. I won't be able to pull that off right away, but yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Hope you guys had a bit of fun today. And in the next flight, I will be taking a look at one of... You know what? We'll continue with the 727 in the next flight. Let's do one more 727 flight in the next stream. And then after that, I'll take a look at one of the jets that I have been able to get my hands on. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll go back to our rounds of airline flights and GA flying. But this time with more jets involved, so... Alrighty, I shall leave it here for today. This aircraft is very fun to fly, and I can't wait to take it out again. It has a lot of options for configurations. There are also stuff like the INS systems for navigation, our normal Garmin systems for navigation. So there's a lot of different navigational options. I like this particular option. It's a little more old school, if you will, but the INS is really old school, and that's something we have to try out as well for this particular aircraft. It's very annoying though, so that's the reason why I didn't start off with that, but we'll try it. But yeah, the next flight I'm gonna keep the configuration the same and see how I can land. I'm not sure where it will be, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, thank you so much, Anis, the Codays, and Thyra for tuning in. I shall catch you guys in the next live stream. And until such a time, do the like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Take care of yourselves and have a good day. Bye bye. So yeah, I will be here until I'll be on the stream until the screen turns black, just in case anyone hasn't figured that out. So feel free to be in the chat. Anyway, see you guys.